What is up, guys? Hello and welcome. This is Neldrin, and today let's discuss Ashen Simulacrum Rerun event. But before that, for our question of the day. Among the Cleveland-class ships, who is your favorite? Some of you probably have a guess who is my favorite based on my previous videos. If you think my favorite is Montpelier, then you are correct. But seeing Birmingham's visual design, I'm changing my mind. Now let's get on to our guide. The Ashen Simulacrum event will run from March 25th to April 7th. Next, the event mission for the portrait is not located in the mission tab, rather in the event icon. Take note that the new ships are not considered in the missions, so you may postpone rushing their level if you don't have enough supply of coins and bullons. And our usual event tips. You can skip A and B maps, so that you can rush until D maps. So that you can start doing SP map immediately, which will give you 800 event points. Play B3 or D3 multiple times for the extra cutscenes, which can be seen at the memories if you completed everything. And Sirens gives more EXP points. Aside from the tile movement in Siren, this event challenges us to defend the harbor, similar to the inverted Orthant event. We will also be encountering some submarines, so make sure to bring your anti-subs equipment. The SP map also offers additional features. It's not really complex, and there are no demerits when the harbor is damaged. So it's best to rush into the enemy's fortress to save some oils. Take note that on SP, A and C maps, the mob fleets move around the map, and boy, they are aggressive. If you want to go extreme with your movement, bring 3 destroyers with Justice as your command cat. You will have 5 movement tiles for this. In this rerun event, we got 2 new ships. First we have Alan Sumner. She's a gunboat similar to Nini, Laffy in Tashkent. Her skill is somehow similar to Suzutsuki. Both the skill and all-out assault have torpedo included in the barrage. Haven't tested her out, but I think the damage is above average, given that her torpedo stat plus the buff from her yellow skill. Stephen Potter, I think, is the elite version of Benson. Aside from the additional skill, she has slightly better stats. She's a good support ship for your carriers, especially if you don't have Sirius yet. Or probably you pair them together. Her yellow skill not only adds additional tankiness to the leftmost ship, but also buffs the damage of the rightmost ship. Now for the rerun ships. First we have Baltimore. She's a heavy cruiser with an awesome yellow skill. The increased anti-air if you have USS carriers is very helpful, especially at later stages where enemies will launch a whole bunch of aircrafts. It's not really difficult to fulfill the said requirements since most of the powerful carriers are from the Eagle Union anyway. Next is Alabama. Ah yes, finally a good USS battleship. If you need a good mob fleet flagship, this is what you are looking for. The more battle you send her, the stronger she gets. Plus the added tankiness she offers to the main fleet after 5 battles. She's also great if you use her at Operation Siren, just keep in mind about the added limitations to the skill. Kavala is one of the strongest submarine you can get, especially if you missed the German subs from previous events, or if you are still not getting them from Special Construction Pool. Pair her to Albacore to maximize her red skill. Not much to talk about here since her skills are straightforward. Birmingham is another Cleveland-class cruiser. Cleveland-class is known for their anti-air specialty. But unlike most of the Cleveland ships, she doesn't have the anti-air mode. Rather, her red skill will increase her both firepower and anti-air. And the condition is not complicated either. And she has a decent survivability skill too. Next is Bata on. A should be Cleveland class but later became Independence class due to urgent World War needs. And yes, she's named after one of the provinces of the Philippines. As you can see in her visual design, she really likes that Hellcat fighter. So give it to her to maximize her red skill. Her yellow skill. Her yellow skill, One for All, is also a nice buff for late game. She's a decent support if you don't have Casablanca. Nothing much to discuss about Alwyn and San Juan since nothing special about them. No wait, they're actually cute. I think I like them.
FBI, open up!
For the event shop, only Kavala is the event exclusive here. It means that you have more points to spend on other items. If you want to know which item to buy first, go check my previous video. Here are some good farming locations for this event. For beginners, all the maps are good to farm. Make sure to grab at least one copy of each. Better if you can farm multiple copies for limit breaking and retrofitting, so that you can save up some bullons. For B maps, B2 and B3 is what I recommend. Farm B2 specifically for the Helldivers, which are one of the most powerful dive bombers in the game. You can also get Hornet here, but I highly recommend getting Saratoga first, because she's way better than Hornet. For B3, you can farm for Kavala and Arizona. Just keep in mind that getting Kavala here is probably hard. Similar to previous events, chances of getting a yellow rarity is really low. Now for C maps. If you are lazy like me who doesn't do SOS missions and supply line weekly raid, farm C1 and C2 for anti-sub equipment. You can also farm the same ships I mentioned in the maps. For the veterans or long-time players, there's nothing much to farm since I am assuming that most of the equipment and ships are already owned. Probably you will just farm for the event currency to buy some of the needed items like the plates, catbox, and blueprints. Regarding farming the event points, C2 is probably the most efficient map you can do due to requiring only 4 escort battles before the boss appears. D3 if you want higher points, but keep in mind that you'll probably spend more oil compared to C2 since D3 has level 105 boss and stronger ships are needed. To summarize, the Rerun event offers some mechanics other than the tile movement and siren enemies. Most of the ships here are great. You can spend more freely on the event shop due to only having one event exclusive item. And there are plenty of farmable maps for beginners in this event. And for long-time players, you'll probably farm only the event points or skip farming at all. I hope that this guide helps you for this event. If there is something I overlooked, or something you want to add, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to support my channel. You guys are awesome, and see you next time.